Hi everyone, I'm the Angelfire, and welcome back, explorers, to my Pride series. Be sure to also look at the description below for all credits given. And with all that said, we are now on the third game in my sample season of my Pride series. And unlike Wildflowers, this is more of a visual novel. So a lot of reading, but there's a mystery that will be unfolding, and it's a demo, so it's not the whole story. But with that said, I'm gonna do something else as well, and that is get into the mood for what this game is all about. And the game we will be playing is Heart of the Woods. And yes, it is a demo. 1 second. I should have mentioned it's a little bit on the cryptid supernatural side. So, ghost is fitting. And yes, at least I have a excuse to use this model outside of Halloween. But either way, let us begin our game. This time we will be playing the demo of Heart of the Woods, or at least a little bit of it. So let us begin. Oh, oh. In this demo, you have the option to enable some adorable chibi guides to bridge the gaps between scenes, provide context, and inform you of assets that are subject to change. Um, oh, okay. Uh, oh, we think they're pretty great, but if you'd prefer to just play through the scenes themselves, you have the option to keep them off. Enable TV guides? Yes, please. No, please. Well, it's a demo. It's not likely to change. No. Okay. Since this is demo, I will go with yes, please. Tara? Hey, it's me, Tara, or rather a cutesy, significantly more marketable version of Tara. And with me, as always, is my equally marketable co-host, Maddie. Okay! Thanks for the compliment, I'm touched. We're going to be your guides as you play through this demo, given that the scenes you're going to see jump around a bit chronologically. We're going to provide some context to make sure you have the best possible experience without spoiling the entire game for you. Okay. Also, if the devs don't have an asset done or something like that, we're going to tell you. in advance, so you aren't wondering why one of us is wearing an outfit we shouldn't be. Okay. Speaking of which, this scene takes place in her apartment. Why are you wearing a huge winter coat? For someone who gets her hair dyed at a salon, but insists on cutting it in the bathroom herself in order to ensure she has the complete control over her own unique style, I don't think you have any right to lecture me about fashion. Besides, this scene isn't going to be in the final game. It would be a real waste of space to allocate time and resources to something that's only going to be in the demo, don't you think? Yeah. So next up, we've got Bigfoot Forever, who asks, are you single? I roll my eyes. We always get a few comments like this when we do a live stream. They never seem to bother Kara though. Yes, but only because I'm saving myself for Desi. Next. As she looks at the next question, her eyes widen and her mouth turns upward into a worryingly smug smile. Our next question comes from Red Coffee, who asks, is Maddie single? Oh, no. As she turns off frame to look at me, I instantly raise my hands in protest. Sarah, don't. Before I can finish my sentence, she leaps from her chair and grabs my arm, pulling me towards her and nearly knocking the camera over in the process. As the shock starts to wear off, I struggle to get away. It's no use. Her vice-like grip is impossible to escape from. Hey! You'd think someone this cute would have a girlfriend by now. Yeah, I swear to God, continue to fight in vain to escape, but she's locked in. But she's available, ladies. You still get a chance. I'll pass any love-filled confessions on to her, I promise. Please, do not do that. A bit finished, she lets me go, and I retreat to my chair. She knows I hate being on camera. Oh my gosh. But I suppose it can't be helped. When she's in the zone, nothing can stop her. It's impressive in its own right. Let's see. Clown Princess 20 asks, what is your favorite Rust Post cryptid? Kara, the Fresno Nightcrawler. It's just pants. It's just walking pants. I love it. Okay. Hang on, I'm posting a link to my video on it. Take this opportunity to educate yourself on what's really important in life. Looking at the clock, I motion for her to wrap it up. We still haven't gotten to the trip details. Okay, looks like we've got time for one Looks like we've got time for one more fun as says, Kara, what's the gayest cupcake? Her mouth widening into her trademark grin, she jabs her thumbs towards herself before poking few fingers out towards the camera. Hey, obviously! Watching the chat on my phone, I can't help smiling as I see the feed flooded with hearts and tiny rainbow flags. He always knows how to finish strong. Once the chat starts to calm down, she puts on a mock serious face, pursing her lips and furrowing her brow slightly. If I'm being honest, that's probably the closest to actually being serious she could ever possibly get. Now then, the reason I've called you all here today is to give you a few details about mine and Maddie's upcoming trip to... She looks at me for help. I don't even know why I bother rehearsing details. Eisenfeld. I give her an absent-minded thumbs up, not looking up from my phone. Someone has to handle the actual logistics of this thing. Obviously, this isn't our first supernatural expedition. I'm sure you all remember our incredibly thrilling Mothman hunt. You mean running around West Virginia in the dark and nearly getting arrested for trespassing without finding a shred of evidence? I wouldn't say we didn't find any evidence. I just think that it's impossible to verify whether or not what we found was conclusive proof or not. Anyway, the reason this trip is a little different is because we're going to be gone for a while. Our horse, Morgan. Shout out to you if you're watching this, Morgan. Was kind enough to offer us an extended stay in the area to make sure we take in every last bit of magic the forest has to offer. The reminder of the time commitment fills me with a wave of regret. I really should have put my foot down harder when I said I didn't want to go. Taking a week-long trip here and there is one thing, but to uproot and move to some cabin in the middle of the freezing wilderness is a big ask, even for her. But I suppose, given the circumstances, this should at least soften the blow. The other big difference for this trip is, and I hope you're all bracing yourselves, we won't be uploading videos until we get back. I watch her try not to smile as crying emojis fill the chat. Nothing more validating than knowing people are going to miss you while you're gone. I guess. But I promise we're going to bring back something that'll be worth the wait. As she launches into an in-depth history of supernatural forest phenomena, I start to tune out. I've got some much more immediate problems to think about. Namely, how the hell I'm going to keep Tara in check during this trip. The last thing I need for her to cause... The last thing I need is for her to cause trouble while we're stuck in the middle of the woods. The train coming once a month means, if things go south, that could lead to weeks of headaches and awkwardness. Worse, it would be so much easier to just let her go off on her own. Let her clean up her own mess. I'd give just about anything to stay back here, even if it would be significantly more boring without her around. But cleaning up her mess is basically my job description, for now anyway. No Sasquatch sightings are typically reported in more mountainous areas, but I'll be sure. I'll keep my eye out for one. Oh, one last thing, and this is very important. While I'm gone, just remember that I seriously do love each and every one of you. None of this would be possible without all of you, and not being able to have you all be a part of my life for a whole month is going to be as hard for me as it is for you. Another flood of hearts and pride flags. I can't help being a little jealous of the fact that she can say things like that and actually mean it. I can't imagine being that invested in something like this. Even if she's probably overestimating how important she might be in these people's eyes. I'm sure it means something to them. Just another reason for me to feel guilty about what I'm about to do. I suppose I'm thankful that I don't mean as much to them as she does, or it would be even harder. So until I return, stay spooky, everyone. He waits for one last burst of the reverent comments before ending the stream. The responses are probably exactly what she's hoping. We love you, Tara. Please don't go, Dad. So cute. No wonder her ego is so massive, as it is. Much as I hate to admit it, I'm sure I'd be the same way. She flicks the camera off and leaps from her chair, clearly still filled with energy. Okay, let's get ready for this thing. What do you mean? Well, for starters, I need to start packing. You haven't started packing yet? We leave on Monday. Oh, yeah, you're right. I can pack then. Pack now. Fine. Her burst of energy now effectively redirected, she starts dashing around the room, randomly grabbing clothes off the floor and throwing them into a suitcase. I need to stop letting her leave her laundry in my room. You know where my meds are? That's one of those things you really shouldn't have to ask me. You know? That's kind of important. Do you, though? I let out a long sigh and rubbed my temples. I guarantee that Terra-induced headaches are going to be the death of me. They're downstairs in the kitchen on the counter. You're the best manager ever. The words hit me like a slap across the face, my stomach knotting with guilt. I still haven't told her that I'm quitting after this. I keep meaning to, really, but I just know she's not going to understand. She's going to take it personally. There's no way I can tell her I'm quitting without her thinking there was something she could have done to stop it. I can't just wait until we're already out there. Tell her this is going to. Oh, I can't just wait until we're already out there to tell her this is going to be the last time I do this with her. I have to do it beforehand. I should just do it now. Get it over with. Tell her it's about school, not her. Tell her I'm conflicted about the whole thing, and it's not something I'm taking lightly. Tell her I just need to move forward with my life. I'm afraid I'm going to have to end this episode here and leave you all with this. If you have been enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave a comment down below in the comment section. Be sure to hit that notification bell because YouTube doesn't always like to share. Be safe, be healthy, and as always, be true to you. Mena Angelfire, signing off.